I know one thing. Dina could be my lawyer, baby. You don't want to pull out all the hard stops for me. I'm supposed to be your girl. You over here protecting Carl while she acting a damn fool, being a lunatic. Absolutely not. Welcome back in, everyone. This is Black Girls Talking TV, where we bring the group chat to life and discuss all your favorite TV shows. Today is all about Hulu's new series, All's Fair. We are covering episode 6. I am Victoria. I am one of your hosts, and I'm a psychologist.
And I'm Kamaria. I am an attorney and a pop culture writer. So let's get into this episode. You text me because I hadn't watched it yet, and you were like, "Oh, it's actually a good one." I'm like, "Girl, you gotta stop telling me that it's a good one because you setting the expectations too high." Okay,
I thought about that. I was like, Kamaria's gonna be like, "Oh my God, here she go." But I'm saying, like, from where it started, it's getting better and better. I think last episode was like the best episode they had out of the 5. And then today I'm like, okay, this was an even better episode. So we are moving, we are shaking, we are elevating, I feel like, on the scale.
I didn't feel like this was a better episode, but it's hard. So it's hard for me to gauge my own feelings when I'm like judging them against the expectations. So I don't have a true read. So I'll acknowledge that I may be like, oh, like I may be like, she said it's good. It bet Kim Kardashian's in this. This cannot be. It's her acting is horrible, blah, blah, blah. But it's so interesting. I was watching it at my sister's house. My mom was there, and not I was watching it. It was just on. My mom was watching it, and she was like, "I have been watching it at home," and I was like, "Mom, you're watching this?" And she was like, "It's that bad." She was like, "It's really like Kim Kardashian can't act." She was like, but she was like, "Car's character, she really saves this. Like, she's a trip. She's kind of funny." And I was like, "Oh my God." But like this episode, Car was a little over the top. Like, I mean, she always is, but like, how many times this girl gonna lose her cool? You know what I'm saying?
I think you have to accept that is her character. That is who she is. She is a scarred, bitter woman doing scarred, bitter woman things. Always hitting below the belt.
Yeah, I don't know. She's just unhinged though. That's the part that's giving me like a little bit like that's the part where it doesn't sit with me well enough because she's unhinged so much, you know? It's like they don't seem to go hand in hand. Someone who is so unhinged and is so successful. It's like pick a lane. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can see you being controlling. Yes, that goes with that. But the unhinged part, and I guess this is like not what she typically does. That's like what the black lady. What's the black lady's name? From Any Day Now. Somebody in the comments gave us the right show.
Right.
Because I was like down in the Delta. But yeah, what's that black lady's name?
I don't know what her name is.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
Well, I know, right? But yeah,
the other like when attorney.
She was. Yeah, the other attorney that Car is partnering with, when she decided to connect with her, she was just like, "I've been watching you," and she like was okay with her explosion in the I think that was a deposition too, or that was a deposition. This one was mediation, but like I feel like she understood it was a rare thing, I guess, and I guess that's what they're trying to. It's like this is new. I don't know.
Well,
but it doesn't go with.
I mean, she wanted to partner with Car because of their similar interests in wanting to take down Alora for whatever reason.
But also she said she respected her, like, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure outside of the Alora space, she's probably a really good lawyer. I mean, she was at the same law firm as all of them, right? So she couldn't have been a bottom of the barrel lawyer and been there. What are you
talking about? The black lady?
I'm talking about Car.
Oh, okay. I was like, I didn't catch that. The black lady was there.
Yeah.
No, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't match to me. Like this very super successful person and this unhinged person. But I was like, maybe they're trying to use the black lady's perspective as being like, okay, this is new for her. I've watched you. I've never, this is new. I could tell something's going on with you.
Yeah.
And so maybe it's something that's new, but it's just not like connecting for me to be in the same person.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just get into the deposition. I'm actually just now realizing before we get there that Liberty and Milan were not in this episode at all. I'm
Mm.
like, where were
I
they?
just realized that
Um,
Liberty. I think of Milan as a side character though. She's a side piece and a side character. So I don't
yeah,
think
she's definitely giving
that.
supporting role.
Yeah, I don't expect to see her every episode, but I do expect to see Liberty.
Yeah, same, same. But maybe she's off somewhere, celebrating her engagement.
Hmm.
But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the deposition because that was the bulk of, well, that was the entire episode. What were
Or is
your,
not the mediation? Yeah.
oh, mediation, sorry. What were your overall thoughts?
Well, I felt like there was a lot of theatrics during the mediation. I did feel like Kim Kardashian's character, she was just like not like it's like all the other actors had to give her scene some emotion. Like Chase had to cry, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Carr had to be like, "Oh, this shit is working." Like, you know, like we had to look to the other actors to understand the emotion that she was supposed to be conveying in that scene. And so I thought that was interesting. But yeah, overall, and also it was like the mediation is not like you say your piece, you say your piece. It's like they're trying to get to a solution. And the way they were acting is, and most of the times, like a judge is not in a mediation, to be honest. Like
I
they were
thought
trying
that
to
was
act,
very odd. I was like, are judges
yeah,
usually in the room? I mean, because
not
they
for a
haven't been in the
mediation.
room
I
for
mean,
any mediations that they've had so far with any of their cases.
yeah, I mean, with the TV shows, they do a lot of different things, but usually the mediation, there's a mediator. Like there's a person who is a mediator, and they go and they do they're trained to kind of like help the parties come to like some sort of amicable agreement as to how they do what they do, or what they're going to do, whether it be with custody, whether it be with divorce, whatever. And then they come up with this agreement, and then it's like a mediated agreement, and they type it up, everybody signs it, and then usually there's a court date, and then the judge, that's placed in front of the judge, for the judge should be like an order, and then like incorporate their mediated agreement into the order or whatever. So that's usually how
Right.
it works.
Well, I thought
um
what Carr did say, like, I'm not gonna call you for any more mediations to the judge when she was trying to give him his little like, no, of course you talk. So maybe he was there for to be the mediator. He just so happened to also be a judge. I don't know, but
they're not gonna do that in real life, but you know, it's a TV
yeah,
show. They just do what they
yeah,
do, you know. They, yeah, like a sitting judge is a sitting judge. He's
yeah.
not doing all these not doing side gigs, you know, like,
He don't need
and
extra
especially because
coin for
you said
the.
what?
Say he don't need extra coin for the little
I
tax.
mean, who knows what they need, especially in some of these more like whatever. But but they're not doing it like it's ethically, they're not, they are a
Yeah,
judge.
yeah, yeah. Makes
So,
sense. Yeah, I agree with you. It was more theatrics. I actually thought Kim's acting was a little bit better this episode. I was like,
maybe I'm a
okay,
hater. Maybe I'm a hater. I don't
I
know.
felt like it was settling in to like the best of what we are going to get from Kim, quite honestly.
Mm,
And maybe because it was like, this intense scene between her and her ex,
mhm.
that's why like she didn't need too much. I don't know, but I felt like it was better acting overall from her. But yeah, definitely theatrics. Car was a hot ass mess. I was not expecting. They did get me with the alley oop when Emerald pulled out that video. I did not think that was the video. I thought it was a video of her maybe at Chase's house because she be doing her little PI thing and maybe she
Yeah,
followed
yeah,
him or something
yeah.
like that. I was expecting that. I was not expecting.
In the
Uh,
back seat.
yeah, the backseat of the cop car, and I did not know she was a cop before until this episode either. So
Oh,
that was like
you talking about car?
Emerald.
Oh, excuse me, I was talking about Emerald. Yeah. Um, so I didn't realize until this episode that she was an attorney. I kept thinking she was their investigator because I thought that's what they said in the beginning, that she was their investigator. But
Yeah,
I think somehow I may have missed like some of the quick comments, because when like about her studying for the bar or something, like like in my mind I'm like, dude, I remember when they were talking to Milan about about like she was gonna be a lawyer soon,
Mhm.
I remember some kind of comment, I feel like, about Emerald or about somebody like you did it, you know, when you and I was just like, but it just kind of went over my
Yeah.
head maybe. But yeah, she's a lawyer, and I'm like, oh, and she ain't coming out. She did not play,
She did
did not
it.
play.
She did it. I know one thing. I said, Dina could be my lawyer, baby. You don't want to pull out all the hard stops for me. I'm supposed to be your girl. You over here protecting Carl while she acting a damn fool, being a lunatic. Absolutely not. I was like, Dina couldn't be my lawyer. So when she had her family
That's funny.
emergency, I said, good. Emerald, step in and
That's
bring out
funny.
that video. I want to know what it is. Um, and that she did. I thought she did a great job.
That's
Um,
funny.
so yeah, I am interested to see what happens after this, since the other lawyer that was partnering with Carr, like, we didn't hear her thoughts on all of this after Carr's blow up.
Yeah, she seemed not pleased though.
Yeah.
She
Are you
seemed
still
like,
partnering with her? Is your plan to
mm-hmm.
take down Alora still in play with Carr? Like, what's happening is Carr going to now tell the rest of them that, hey, this lady is coming for y'all now that they've had
Mm.
like this,
Yeah, a
truth?
little reconciliation.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's a lot of things up in the air, but I thought this episode was a lot better
Mm.
than what they definitely have been. So I'm kind of like excited to see where it goes.
I will say that, like, in terms of Car's character, there is something that they're adding some level of layers to her, so maybe that's is what you or anyone else might would find more enjoyable about this episode and the last one, because they're adding more layers to her, and she's just a little bit more, has more of a story arc,
Yeah.
than the other ones. Everybody else is kind of like a flat note, and she's kind of like, but so maybe that's part of it. But I will say, like, when she stood on that table and was like, "And you were coming inside of me," I was like, "Okay, this is like when I said it before. There are certain times when an actress or actor needs to just hit cut the tapes. This is a little over the top. It's just a little over the top. Like, the words were over the top, I'm not even repeat them because I'm a lady. You gonna say I'm a lady.
They were definitely a
It's just a little over
bit
the
much.
top,
I was
okay?
like, who Chile? And the baby is like 20 something years old. Like, let's
I
not forget that part.
know.
Like,
Yeah.
it was already an age gap relationship. No offense to anybody in those. Between him and between Chase and Alora. So
Mhm.
her coming in talking about what she was doing to that man, I said, Lord, what that man was doing
Yeah,
to
and
her
it
with
was too
pride.
much. It's too much. It's too
And
much.
why? Why? I'm trying to figure out why. Like,
I mean, it's kind of like what you were saying
why?
before. Like, they trying to create a storyline that, like, she wants what Laura wants, or what
Yeah.
Laura has, or she's trying to take it away from her, I guess, or she's trying to prove that I can have what you can have. I don't know, something in that family. You had
Yeah.
mentioned it before, and I think that's, you know what they're doing. It seems like.
Yeah. Hot mess. Hot mess for sure. Well, they did also add another layer to Alora's storyline with her past and being in the school. They gave her trauma and things like that. So maybe everybody's gonna have some type of trauma folded into their storyline. I guess we'll see what Liberty's is whenever we get back to her. Because so far now, everybody got a trauma story. Everybody
Hmm.
got some trauma connected to them.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
um, yeah,
Um, but there was something I wanted to bring up with Alora. I think it was the baby. Yes, the baby situation. So the babies are, nothing took. At least she believes. But I feel like that's okie doke. They're not about to set me up for the okie doke. She
yeah,
had a little bit of bleeding. Like,
yeah,
there, I, some people have implantation bleeding when the embryos implant into the endometrium lining. Okay,
yeah. Agreed.
and they bleed a little bit. I think they about to like set this up. It's the okie doke. Some women who are pregnant bleed. You know what I mean? I've known
Yeah,
some of the mothers who
yeah.
they've had some issues.
I got a
Like,
friend who
but
didn't know she was pregnant till about 4 months in.
'Cause she bled?
Yeah. Everything was seeming normal.
Really? See, I have a friend who keeps saying that to me. She was like, "Chat girl." She's like, "I had a period." I was like, "No, you didn't."
Yeah.
I'm
I'd be
like, "No, you
amazed.
didn't.
I'd be
It was
amazed by
not a
our bodies
period."
sometimes, but
Because
yeah.
you don't have a period. So I don't know. I'm just saying there's some type of bleeding that's
Yeah,
happening.
yeah.
Just because you
Something where
bleed, it
it's
doesn't
even
mean
if it's
it's a
light,
period
like
blood.
it's a light some spotting, whatever. Maybe it's a day or two
Yeah.
that makes you feel like, oh, maybe my period was just short, you know?
Yeah, yeah. So I think that they're gonna do that thing for her. And I think she does have a baby. For a second, towards the end of the episode, I thought they were going to have them go sleep together and she would let them make a baby. But but yeah, I think that she's definitely pregnant.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're not
Yeah. Yeah, the babies ain't just gonna go by the wayside at
Yeah,
all.
yeah.
At
I mean,
all.
but it served its purpose for this mediation.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
but I'm
agreed.
surprised she even admitted to all the stuff. She look.
I was surprised too, but I guess she saw it as like an emotional play on Chase, which is why she did
Mm,
it. That's what it seemed like, at least by
maybe,
at least saying
maybe.
that, like, would just make all the emotions feel very
Mm.
overwhelming, and he would just be like, "We're not doing this." So,
Um, anything else?
oh, Dina's husband passed.
Oh, he passed. Yeah.
So yeah, that was sad. It actually got me a little choked up. For the readers who
Did
don't
it?
know, yeah, my father passed.
Jeez. Oh
Yeah, so it
yeah.
was like,
Okay.
yeah, the hard breathing. I was like, Lord Jesus, take the wheel.
Yeah, I
Uh,
noticed that too. I was like, yeah, yeah. That was like I was like trying to bring in the realistic element
yeah,
or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah,
And so, yeah. Well, I'm sorry to
yeah.
hear that that was
It'd be
a
like
lot.
that. It'd be like that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, no, that was it. On to like the last scene though. I definitely was like, Laura, don't you dare. This man has a sex problem. He
Right.
having sex with anything that walks, honey, and run. Like I just his lawyer. Like I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a bit much now. Like he has
Yeah.
an addiction to sex, to at least for his storyline, what we have seen, to just be laying down with all of these people. It's one thing to have an affair and develop a relationship because you actually like somebody. Okay, but you got a girlfriend, a girlfriend, a girlfriend, a girlfriend, a girlfriend, a girlfriend. It's too much. It's way too much. He definitely has
Yeah.
um some issues there. So I don't know. I wonder if his character is done now. Now that the well, maybe not. No, because Milan got the
Mhm.
baby.
Oh
If
yeah,
she
true,
ended up
true,
pregnant,
true.
she got maybe two babies.
Yeah.
Like so,
Yeah.
um,
Agreed. Agreed. I don't think they're gonna get rid of him just yet, if at all. But when she did kiss him, I remember thinking like, "Oh my god, like girl, how is he even touching your lips? Like
yes,
this man,
he's
like what?"
dirty, 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 just nasty. Just
Yeah.
saying, we can't be out here being with men who be with anything, because what that make you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
you
Right.
ain't just anything, my queen. Pick that
I
head up. We're
know.
not doing that. We're
Yeah.
not doing that. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, I don't really have anything else on this episode because
Me
it was
neither.
basically the mediation and eh, prep for the mediation.
Yeah, yeah,
eh, You know,
yeah. We should see. I think next week is the finale. It's the last two episodes. Um,
kind of quick,
cause
but
wait,
they
is it
got
six?
renewed for a season
Oh
two.
no, it's nine. It's 9 episodes. I'm sorry. No, it's actually
So
nine
next
episodes.
week
So
is
we have
one
one
episode.
more. Yeah, and then the
Okay.
week after that, it'll be 2 episodes that drop, I
Mm.
believe. So yeah, but I think it's 9 episodes. But yes, they were renewed for season two. They just announced that. Be interesting to see where that goes. I'm like, what's the next story? I don't
God,
know. I don't know.
they need
Maybe
to
they
finish
will.
the first ones they
Yeah,
got.
right. They got a lot going on in these first ones that I'm like, ooh, Chile. But maybe
Mhm.
it'll settle into more of a Sex in the City type of feel, or like any type of just girlfriend type of show. We'll
Mhm.
see.
Yeah, and it's funny, like, my mom was saying, how she was like, it's she was like, "They limit themselves by only covering these divorce cases." She was like, "It feels like this show could be a good concept in if they were to take all women's cases. And I think either we said that or
Yeah,
somebody in the
we
comments
did.
said that. And I was like, that's a good point, Ma. That's a good point. She was like, all harassment cases, just like a bunch of different things for
Yeah,
women. So,
definitely. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that is it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Make sure you give us a 5-star review, leave your comments, and we will catch you for the next episode. Bye.
All right. Bye.